And welcome to this week's astrological weather or weekly weather in your full moon eclipse in Pisces horoscopes brought to you by astrocollege.org. My name is Jennifer Barish and I am your astrologer, and I am so grateful you're here with me right now and allowing me to share the energetic imprint with you for the week. So this forecast is for the week of September 12th through the 18th of 2024. There are 4 things I want you to remember, and then we will get into the horoscopes one by one. So 4 things to remember this week. First of all, we have on Thursday, September 12th, the sun is squaring Jupiter. So what this is about, we have Jupiter, the planet of expansion, of bigness, of growth. He is coming into a direct square with the sun in Virgo. Virgo's details, Jupiter has no boundaries, and they are hitting against each other. Think of a 90-degree square, just like you have bumped your foot on the coffee table. Ouch! It can hurt. It can be too much. Someone is either trying to micromanage you or you need to micromanage them because too much latitude has been given. Something is out of control. Or there's some kind of little psychological tension going on, a competition or a comparison to something that is greater or bigger that you may feel or you notice that someone else is feeling. The bottom line is this is activating us. It is a motivating aspect. It's going to get us up off our tush and moving and going and doing and growing. And it can be very good for us. So I think that from Wednesday the 11th through Friday the 13th, this week, friends, we have some motivation, some giddy up and go to go do the thing. The cool thing is the moon is going to be in Capricorn, okay? And Capricorn is an earth sign. He's a worker bee, and he helps us get things done. So I think Thursday the 12th is going to be very productive for you with that sun squaring Jupiter. Second thing of the week, we're moving on to the weekend. So this weekend, Saturday, September 14th and Sunday the 15th, we have Venus and Jupiter in an aspect called the trine. It is flowing, it is working, everything is moving together. Venus represents our love and our passions and desires, and Jupiter is that bigness, that largest, that Santa Claus type of energy. Honest to goodness, guys, this is like the nicest aspect of the whole month. 14th and 15th, I think it's going to be a great weekend. That moon will have moved into Aquarius, so it's going to give us a little detached quality, but also wanting to gather with our people, wanting to take care of our people. So you may be kind of in your head, but I also think that your heart and your head are going to align. And your dreams and your plans, they all of a sudden are just gelling. They are working together. I think it's going to be a great weekend of abundance and growth, harmony. People are getting along. We're supporting each other. Good relationship energy. Good time to buy your sweeties some flowers, a gift, declarations of love, sweet little surprises. All of these are going to be in the mix this weekend, and it's a great election for starting something new. Best days of the whole month. On Monday, moving on, September 16th, we have an aspect I want to talk about, not quite as positive, but it helps us move into that full moon and eclipse energy, and that is that the moon moves into Pisces, and not long after that, that moon is going to come to hold hands with the planet Saturn. Now, Saturn's a little colder. Saturn's a little indifferent. Saturn's a little sadder, in my opinion. Saturn is making us focus on our work, but he's also, maybe you're going to be feeling a little low, a little down, a little blue, a little lonely. So just notice if you're like doubting yourself, a little less confident on Monday, and just know that energy is going to pass on the way to that full moon building. Okay, that's just that Pisces energy. It makes us a little more emotional than usual. That energy is going toward the full moon, and on Tuesday, it's actually Tuesday night at 10:34 p.m., we have an eclipse in Pisces. It is a partial lunar eclipse. It's happening at 25 degrees of Pisces. So I want you to look in your chart and see what you have, what planets or stars, asteroids at 25 degrees. And I'll even say a 3-degree orb both ways. 22 degrees up to 28, even 29 degrees of a sign. You're going to feel this eclipse energy. So let me tell you about the eclipse a little bit. It's a partial lunar eclipse. Some people will see it more in the southern U.S. than the northern U.S., but South America and Europe has some good viewing spots for this lunar eclipse. Astrologically, it's accompanied by a formation called a grand trine in Earth, meaning that it is a stabilizing energy. It's a stabilizing eclipse, believe it or not. There can be some good, down-to-earth, solidifying, things gelling, things coming together with this eclipse. It also has a formation called a kite. And that is the taking off of kind of hopes, wishes, and dreams and little things that you've been longing for. Intuition is heightened. You may be getting more dreams and downloads than normal with Neptune at the helm of this kite. But really thinking about, where are you going? What do you want? What direction are you headed in? All those feelings are going to come up, and this eclipse has the energy to really push you forward more so than maybe in the past month or two. You may get a lucky break. You may get a helper. You may get a new opportunity, or a new person comes into your life. This is an eclipse of incoming celestial energy. I'll mention a book that you might enjoy. It's called Eclipses in You. It is by the famous medical astrologer Judith Hill. She's got 50 years of experience in medical astrology, a really good eclipse book. And she's talking about in this book that this is an end tide of celestial energy. We have a new energy, new people, new opportunities coming in. This type of eclipse has more positive results. However, it's a watery eclipse, so there can be floods. There can be influxes of too much of a good thing, power surges. It affects bodies of water. They can be unpredictable, so rivers and streams. Watch for floods at home. Watch for leaky pipes. Also, our emotions. It can make us very emotive. It can affect our psychological states. So if you know somebody who has highs and lows, you'll want to check in on them. We want to be really careful with stimulants during this eclipse because alcohol, drugs, medications can be way more potent during a Pisces eclipse. And because it's a mutable eclipse, it may be more of a meandering type of result. It may not be obvious right away. We may not know exactly like what was our eclipse thing that came through. It may come for you later or come through to you later. So it's a fluid, winding, more like a river, kind of go with the flow eclipse. More positive results though. This eclipse also has the moon is conjunct Neptune, so we're bringing up Neptune again. Pisces is ruled by Neptune, so a very Neptunian eclipse. Intuition is heightened. Pay attention to those dreams and downloads, your sixth sense, a knowingness that you have, any of the clairaudience, any of the clairs coming in for you. It's an artsy full moon. All art processes and beauty of all kinds get a big boost with this eclipse. So it's a good weekend to paint, to draw. If you're a writer, if you're a journaler, if you are an English student and you have your paper due, it's a great weekend to write your paper. You are going to get a boost with this eclipse. Think of keywords as spiritual, nourishing, a transcendence, and a remembering. This is a remembering eclipse. Something from the past could come back up again, some theme from the past. Other things about this eclipse is that the moon will be squaring Jupiter This is also a reining in type of energy. So we were talking about Jupiter at the start of the week, things getting a little bit out of control. This is a seconding that opinion that it's time to get things back in check. Our routines, our habits, our health, our spending. This eclipse is saying it's time to get things realigned as we head into the end of the year. So there's some facts about the eclipse for you to notice. It's at 10:34 p.m. on Tuesday, September 17th. So be looking for that. And let's move on to the horoscopes. So one by one, how is this eclipse going to affect you? So first we'll start off with Aries. Aries, this eclipse highlights your 12th house. And you're like, I don't know what that is, Jen. It's the house of closure, of healing, of our subconscious. It's a powerful time to confront your hidden fears, unresolved emotions, things that are emotionally like weighing you down, releasing them. And you may need to be alone a little bit. It can be a time of solitude, a reflection, taking time to practice some mindfulness and just getting real still and quiet with this eclipse. It can help you to recalibrate and decide, Aries, where you need to go. You're always pushing and striving and trying to go towards something, and this is the time to sit still as much as you can. And that's the best advice for you for the lunar eclipse. Taurus, this eclipse is going to impact your friendships, your communities, your networking, your hopes, wishes, and dreams, and all of your aspirations. You may find yourself reevaluating those things over this weekend into the first part of next week. And when the eclipse happens on Tuesday, you're trying to figure out what's good for you, what's working for you, and what just isn't doing it for you anymore, what no longer aligns with your goals. It's a good time to release those old groups, those old networks, that old gym membership you're not using anyway, and open up to some new connections. You're really going to get a sense of where is that new path. It's going to come through for you in the next week, Taurus. So watch for that. Gemini, this eclipse illuminates the part of your chart related to your career, your public standing, how people see you out in the world, your reputation. You may have significant changes or revelations about your work life, about your profession. What do you need to change? What just is not working anymore? However, you could be also bringing in a new contact, somebody new who is meaningful to you, a mentor, a friend. So I want you to watch who you meet out at work or out in your public sphere of life. You could be closing a chapter too. That can happen during eclipse. You're redefining career goals or letting go of a role or a project that you are just done with. So this week for the eclipse is about trusting the process, Gemini, embracing the unknown, and being okay that you don't know the path, because the path is going to reveal itself soon. Now know that Jupiter is in your sign this year, which is positive growth for you. So even if you don't know what's happening, it's going to be good. Good things are on their way for you, Gemini. So I want you to watch for it and have a great week. Next, we have Cancer. Cancer, the fourth sign. This eclipse is going to activate the learning process. So taking classes, or maybe you're thinking about teaching something. Maybe you have a skill or a talent that you can show other people. Maybe it's just mentoring someone else. But there's a philosophical kind of edge to it. Edge is not the right word, but a bent or a cast, wanting to share knowledge, whether it's you're intaking knowledge or you're giving knowledge to someone else, that knowledge process. And it may be a subject matter that is a little different, foreign from you, or from a different culture, or not in your normal like day-to-day life. So it may be you want to learn about something that is international or from another country or another culture or another perspective. It's bringing in new perspectives this week, Cancer. It's going to enrich you, and it may prompt you to release some outdated belief or perspective that you don't need anymore. You may feel the urge to explore new horizons, seek a deeper meaning to your life, to experiences. I would just say for Cancer, for you being a water sign, just like this full moon eclipse is going to be in the sign of Pisces, you're going to have that flow. Watch your intuition. Notice what's coming through to you. It's going to guide you to the next path, to the next opportunity. You just have to be open to it, Cancer. So I want you to notice where that comes through for you, and have a great week. Next, we have Leo. Leo, this eclipse is happening in your 8th house of transformation, of shared resources, of intimate interactions and spaces. So this may have something to do with somebody else in your world, somebody that you're close to. Maybe you want to grow closer to them, or they're trying to grow closer to you. This is going to be a great weekend to start that alignment happening. But there might be some deep emotional conversations or undercurrents that are hard to talk about, are hard to deal with, or hard to just to accept and like be with, just to sit with. So through this process though, if you can be vulnerable and you can share in that way and be real authentic to yourself, you will be able to release some old patterns that have come up again and again in these shared spaces, in these intimate connections, and you're going to be ready to go to the next level. So releasing one thing so you can bring in something else. It can help you to heal the relationship. It can help you, if it's a past relationship, to finally move on and let it go, okay? And it can help you to feel more secure within yourself and a little more confident about yourself and able to trust yourself a little bit more. So focus on that emotional renewal and release, as if those emotional waters are flowing through you and you're really catching that current. You're really getting control of it. You're really starting to understand how you can harness it to get better control of your life. And that is your week, Leo. So, Virgo, this eclipse is going to fall in your 7th house of partnerships and friendships and relationships and work partnerships, any kind of partnership. So significant changes can occur in those relationships. You may realize one has run its course and it's time to be done, but there might be somebody new coming in, Virgo. So I want you to notice where that newness is coming in, where that new direction. Misunderstandings can be cleared up in relationship, maybe lots of conversation and heart to hearts and emotional connections going on, and you get to bring unresolved matters kind of to a head. With this wateriness of the eclipse, those emotional things are going to come up and you're going to be able to clear the air, Virgo, and that's going to feel good. So think of that end result. You may not like the feeling stuff in the middle, but the end result is you're clearing the air, you're cleaning the space, you are polishing and refining those relationships. So think of it that way, and it'll be a great eclipse season for you, Virgo. And then Libra, this eclipse is happening in your house of health and wellness and routines and day-to-day matters. It's the way that you go about doing things every day, and it may be that some of those habits are not supporting you. Maybe you've been stopping by the cookie jar a little bit too much. Maybe this job is like you're just done with it. Libra, it's time to get things back in balance and take those unhealthy habits, unhappy patterns. Maybe it's time to find a new job and you finally just said it's time. I want you to focus on creating a healthier balance, an equilibrium for yourself in your daily life, prioritizing you and your self-care. And that may mean setting boundaries. So this eclipse being in Pisces is not a great sign of boundaries. It could be, Libra, that boundaries get broken or kind of out of whack and you saw it and you're like, okay, things have to come back into check through this eclipse season. And really, we have a whole month of eclipse season. It starts a week before, so Tuesday, the 10th, all the way the next eclipse after this one. We've got this one on September 17th. And then at the new moon on October 2nd, and then a week out past that, which would make it be October 9th. So from now to October 9th, we are in that eclipse season, eclipse shadows, and I want you to notice where you need to set boundaries through all that time. And then, Libra, when it's your birthday time, you're really going to get things under control, and you're really going to find that balancing that you seek. And that's your week. Next, we have Scorpio. Scorpio, you're going to feel creative. If you have had any creative blocks or romantic blocks or self-expression blocks, all of a sudden you're able to talk, you're able to wine and dine, you are able to create your art. Things are going to shift for you. New energy is coming in. And all of a sudden, you are going to feel more joyful, more playful, more romantic, and more authentic in your expression. So that's a 5th house energy. I want you to notice how relationships and romance comes into play. And I think this could be a real fun week for you, Scorpio, if you just allow yourself to go with the flow. You are also a water sign. Pisces energy can be soothing to you. Just let yourself be washed clean with it. Let yourself just have fun and play for a chance. It'll feel really nice, Scorpio. Have a great week. Next, we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this lunar eclipse has to do with family, home, parents, emotional foundations, your roots, your ancestry, issues related to your home life, family dynamics come up. You may have to address something that was unresolved. Somebody's got hurt feelings. Somebody doesn't like something. It's okay. See what you can let go of as far as emotional baggage and see what new things you can bring in. This could be as simple as you're redecorating for fall. I feel this energy coming in. I'm a Sagittarius rising, and I feel like I'm ready to bring out all the fall decorations, all the little pumpkins. I'm ready to put mums out in the yard. You know, I'm ready to invite friends over for apple cider from the neighborhood. So all those little things. So focus on the home front this week, Sag. That's what the full moon's bringing in for you. Capricorn, this eclipse highlights your communication sector. It's all about talking, learning, growing, and your local spaces, your neighborhood, the street you live on, the stores you go to. You may need to let go of outdated thought patterns or communication styles that just aren't working for you anymore, Capricorn. You are going to have the days leading up to this full moon eclipse are going to be in your sign, so you're going to get a lot of work done. You're also going to see, as you climb that ladder of success, where you need to change some things, okay? There could be changes in relationships with your siblings, within your local community. It could be your volunteering. You are a part of a committee, and that needs to change. So just notice where local spaces could be coming through for you and focus on being clear, authentic, and open to new ways of learning to express yourself and listening to other people's ideas. And that's how you can best harness this energy. So if you need to write some emails, you need to show up at a committee meeting, you need to talk or do some certain networking, this is going to be a good eclipse for that and for you. Aquarius. This lunar eclipse influences your money, Aquarius. It's all about finances, value, self-worth. It's time to reassess your financial situation and how it aligns to your bigger picture goals. You may need to let something go that feels like, yeah, I don't need that anymore, so that you can open up space to bring in maybe a second source of income, maybe a new way to save money. Maybe you needed to let go of your coffee habit and make coffee at home so you can save that money for Christmas. Aquarius, focus on aligning your resources and your self-esteem to your goals, your hopes, your wishes, your dreams. this is a time to get your finances in check. It's a little wake up call week over the month over the next month until mid-October, saying that maybe things have gotten a little out of balance, a little out of control, maybe a little too much, Aquarius. Maybe you just bought a new car and it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to make this payment, then I've got to cut out this and this and this. Kind of like that. So noticing where your finances have maybe gone awry and getting things in check. That is your job this week, Aquarius. And then last but not least, we have Pisces. Pisces with the eclipse in your sign. It is coming to you. This is your eclipse, Pisces. Your first house is highlighted, which is the house of self, identity, self-worth, personal growth. You are getting a mirror reflection of yourself, and you get to decide if you like what you see, Pisces. It's a moment of profound self-awareness. It's going to trigger some transformation, something that you want to change. It's time to bring on the new you, Pisces. However, you need to change up yourself. That could be the way you look, your hair, your clothes. It could be the way you talk. It could be the way you interact with other people. But something is changing. It's transforming and it's growing. Maybe just the way you present yourself to the world. You want to have a little more professional approach. This is your time to make those changes. Focus on embracing your truest essence and stepping into a more authentic version of you, Pisces. It is your time to shine, and I'm so excited for you. So, friends, please come and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make comments. Let me know what you like to hear. We can incorporate different modalities. If you would like to know more for each sign about medical astrology, about herbals, about crystals, I don't know, all kinds of things that we can bring up. And talking about the astrology in supporting the astrology. So I'd love to hear your ideas, what you'd like to see more of with our weekly energy forecast and horoscopes, because this is my jam. This is what I love to do. It's astrology is my passion, as so many of us here at the Astro College. So please let us know what you're interested in, and be sure to go out and like and subscribe. And we hope you have a wonderful week. Take care, you.